Hello. I have to admit to a certain amount of puzzlement here. Because you see, I'm reading this article and it's caused a huge storm in British political circles, and I don't understand why. And it's this article here. This was in the Mail on Sunday. It says here, Tories accuse Angela Rayner of basic instinct ploy to distract Boris. MPs claim Labour deputy leader likes to put PM off his stride by crossing and uncrossing her legs at Prime Minister's questions. In Britain, I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, whatever. It's supposed to be twice a week. I think Tony Blair might have reduced it to once a week, but I don't know quite what it is now. Whatever. Parliament assembles and the Prime Minister has to answer questions from the House. Sometimes they're planted questions from his own side. For instance, does the Prime Minister think that he's doing a splendid job dealing with the immigration crisis? Which gives Johnson, in this case, a chance to talk about all the marvellous things he's been doing for the immigration crisis. And then you get other questions from the other side of the House. Now, I want to point out something that was said a while ago it circulates in political circles when a new MP from side X said that the other side, side Y, were the enemy. One of his colleagues said, no, the enemy is behind you. That is on your side. Those people over there, they're just the opposition. Right, so here we are with Angela Rayner being accused of doing a Sharon Stone routine in order to distract Boris Johnson. Well, this was reported in the Daily Mail and it's caused a storm. It's not caused a storm because of perhaps Angela Rayner's behaviour, and I might tell you that Angela Rayner is not exactly known for restrained behaviour, and you might say that if she's being accused of this sort of thing, she has called this upon herself in her intemperate language about the Conservatives. They were at a conference possibly a couple of years ago now because a lot of things have closed down. She referred to the Conservatives. We cannot get any worse than a bunch of scum, homophobic, racist, misogynistic, absolute vile, banana republic, vile, nasty, Etonian piece of scum. Right, that's what she said. Now, you can see that she had completely lost control of her mouth by that time. She was just throwing out all sorts of insults. And for a long time, she refused to apologise for that language. And then finally she did. And it was obviously under pressure from her boss. So this is somebody who doesn't regard you could look at it two ways. You could say this is somebody who doesn't regard politics as a bit of a game and she takes it very seriously and so she feels this very much to heart. Or you can say that this is somebody who doesn't have the basic grasp of civilised discourse in the political sphere. Whatever. So she is somebody who is obviously not that bothered about being ladylike and playing the game, or whichever way round you like to, whichever coloration you like to put on that. So it started a storm, and I mean, a weird sort of storm. It wasn't just, did she or didn't she do this, or does she or doesn't she do this? It was, how dare the Mail publish something like this, which I find absolutely, really odd. How dare they tell a newspaper what it dare publish? They call it misogynistic and sexist or whatever. But here we have this. This is an anonymous MP which, by the way, when this was brought up for Boris Johnson to make a comment on, he said he would bring down the fires of heaven or the terrors of the earth or something on the MP who said this, which again I find very weird. I mean, did the MP say it because it was the truth? Or because he was making things up? And that's what I think the Prime Minister should have said when this was brought to his attention. But this is what the MP said, anonymously. One MP said, "She knows she can't compete with Boris's Oxford Union debating training, but she has other skills which he lacks. She has admitted as much when enjoying drinks with us on the Commons terrace." So what this MP is saying is that she has said that she does that, crosses and uncrosses her legs to distract Boris Johnson. Now I'm going to put a photograph up here and you can see that she sits in the front bench. She wears short skirts, and in this particular picture she's wearing flesh-coloured tights or possibly no tights at all. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but what I am saying is that she is obviously in a position where she should do that, and she doesn't have to be flashing at him. Nobody's suggesting she wasn't wearing adequate clothing. It's just that the crossing and uncrossing might have been unsettling for him, and she was using it according to what this guy says she said. Now, is he telling the truth or she? I don't know. But there shouldn't be a storm about it being misogynistic until we've found out whether he was saying something that she had said to him. Surely. And I do not understand the whole fuss about this. So this is a BBC thing. Angela Rayner, "I feel like I'm being judged for what I wear." Well, I'm afraid women are, but men are too. There's a famous one about a short-term leader of the Labour Party who went to a memorial service wearing a duffel coat. And there was a tremendous fuss about this. Okay, it's not quite the same as how people look at, say, sexy and non-sexy clothing, but we do judge people by what they wear. That's why I don't turn up to make videos in my pyjamas, except for one notable occasion where I'd say they were appropriate. That is, I had been staying up late to watch the election results. So here we have Newscom AU. Outrageous claims about female MP crossing legs in Parliament. I mean, you can see the froth that's going on here. And I honestly don't understand it, because if she said that she did that to distract him, then there's nothing outrageous about it at all. And until anyone knows what the report, who made the report and whether it was the truth, then there is no misogynism involved either. It's simply a report of what one MP said he heard Angela Rayner say, or she, could be, they're making all sorts. But the fact is that Angela Rayner has already called the Tories misogynistic, racist, homophobic. It's ridiculous. But she's painted them so, and so everything they say is just horrific, whatever they say. Well, as I say, it's very rare that I'm lost for words, but I really am lost for words this time. Okay, well, here we are. I'm Graniopteryx. I am on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. When I upload a new video, I let you know that using my social media platforms, which are Twitter, Gab and Parler. And I am on those platforms as @Graniopteryx. That's it. Please like and share this video, subscribe and support my channel if you can. And I'll see you next time. why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Grannyopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.grannyopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.